Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is going to be an easy video. Today we're doing another periodic audio product. This is the Rhodium, the RH, and this is a DAC. This isn't an IM. It's just a little DAC, about the size of the Apple one. Really tough nylon braided cable here. It is fixed. Comes with this adapter right here. It is USB-C. And then you have your adapter. So if you're an Apple person, no, this isn't going to work on there unless you try some kind of adapter. I don't know. I didn't do that with this. There are a ton of adapters actually that I have, thinking about it now, that go on Apple. I've just been having a lot of problems with my iPad lately, so I haven't bothered to test it on Apple. So this is a DAC. You get a 3.5 millimeter jack right there. You get the USB end here, and that is basically it. It's metal. Made out of metal. This is all really hard, really tough nylon. Here's your box here. So this says, does it say 30? This says 30 milliwatts at 32 ohms. Now online, it says 31 milliwatts at 32 ohms. Dynamic range is 113 decibels. SNR is 108 decibels. THD less than 0.007%. 62 milliwatts at 32 ohms. Dynamic power output peak. And that's basically it. Then it just tells you the thickness and melting point. It's nice that they show the melting point, but I don't plan on melting these. So that's basically it for these. So, okay, my review is very simple. That's a very simple device. Now, they like to pride themselves on stuff being easy to use. You don't get any easier to use than this. No, this doesn't have MQA. Honestly, I don't even have what type of files this can handle. This is just a simple dongle. Think of it like an Android version of the Apple dongle. It's very simple. I would just use this for IMs. I definitely wouldn't use this for full-size headphones. I did try, but this is, only 30 milliwatts. So compare it to like some of the new ones that go up to like almost 500. For dongles. It's just a simple dongle, and it's very easy to use. It pairs well with the magnesium that we did before. It's very simple. You plug it in, then you plug in whatever you're using on here, and you're good to go. If you don't have an dongle, if you don't have a 3.5 millimeter thing, this is a good dongle for you for Android users, like people that have Samsung and different ones like that, which is weird because I have a Samsung, but mine does have a audio out jack. So what does this sound like? This sounds very neutral. It's got a very neutral kind of flattish sound to it. It doesn't seem to enhance everything. That said, to me, at least to me, it seemed like the mids were just a little warmish kind of sounding. Not a lot, but somewhat that. And of course, that's hard. When you're doing a DAC, it's very hard, unless there's filters and stuff like that. Something simple like this, it's very hard to pinpoint if it's this, if it's the headphones that you're using, or your amplifier, or your source, or the recording, or anything else like that. For the most part, this is fairly neutral. It definitely is energy efficient. It is extremely simple to use. It does boost the volume and, of course, the sound quality compared to some other devices. If you have a really good phone, I don't know if you would necessarily need something like this, but it's nice to have there. It's nice to put some of that processing offload to the dongle itself. So ultimately, I wrote that if you have headphones more than 32 ohms, then definitely don't use this on something. No, don't put no planar magnetics on this thing. Basically for IMs, bullet style and ones that are of lower impedance, I would think more like 18, 22 ohms would work perfectly on this. It did work with the periodic, which is 32. So we'll go up to the 32 with it. but for the most part, not for full-size headphones and demanding IMs. It just overall, it has a nice sound to it. There was very low noise, um, and it just does a decent job, especially considering this is like 40 bucks. So, I mean, I don't use a lot of dongles. I have some higher up ones like the Go Bar, and this thing's just tiny and easy to use. And honestly, every time I use the periodic, I think I'll take this along with me, put them together and use them because they pair very well. There's a good synergy there between the two. So would I recommend this? Yeah, for $40, or if you can even get it for less. Yeah, something like this I can see being useful. Me personally, I usually use like a powered amp because I like to just have that option and everything. But I can see this being in there for a backup or something like that. Definitely, especially if we run out of power and it's just so easy to you can put it in right with the accessories for your other amp. So it does come in handy. I can see a use for this. That said, this looks like a prescription thing. That said, this has been the RH, the Rhodium from Periodic Audio. This is made in the US too, by the way. And yeah, overall, it's a nice little dongle. That's for sure. Thank you so much for watching. I hope this was informative, and I will see you somewhere on the internet. Thank you.